welcome to episode 62 of Checkpoint Chat. Nailed it. My name is Alessandro. I'm joined by Matty.
Joined by me. Well, there's always a pause when you say the episode number.
Like because I'm always reading it. Yeah, I doubt myself. I doubt my abilities.
But we established this before we even started recording. Like, this is episode 62. Cool. Then we like chat. Then we go quiet. We start recording. Like, hello, welcome to episode 62.
I've got the memory of a goldfish. My head is a sieve.
Nice.
A sieve.
So it doesn't hold anything.
Sieve.
Sif, man. No, I don't know.
Sif.
I think it's Civ. I think it's
like
Civ.
civilization.
Civilization, but with an S. Oh my God! Wait, that reminds me of a story.
Tell me. I want to hear the story.
Thinking now. Wait. I need to think. Okay, I can give you an example, but there are two versions of the story.
Okay.
I just can't remember the first one. So,
okay.
So it'll make sense when I remember the first one. So we're playing
Strike. Oh my God.
No, we're playing Jackbox last night.
Okay.
Lenska's loving Jackbox. She says, "Let's stream some Jackbox. Get some of your friends and colleagues on. Let's just play some of the game." So obviously Jackbox. What they don't tell you is that the game will very quickly teach you who can't spell. Okay. Because then you know Jackbox. A lot of the games it's about tomfoolery or fooling the other players.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're like
But
lying.
if something's misspelled, like, oh, that's definitely not the right answer, or something's a miss here.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lenska yesterday, she says, "How do you spell?" Like on stream, she quickly turns to me. She's like, "How do you spell plane?"
What, like an aeroplane?
No, but she's like, "How do you spell plane?" And she starts spelling P, and I'm like, Plain, like plane. Okay.
Yeah, like
I'm thinking
plain toast.
I'm thinking like she's spelling that plane. She's like, okay, and she obviously pushes submit. It's like an airplane. I'm like, oh no,
No,
that's the wrong one. Like that's the wrong spelling, and it comes up on screen. I'm like, oh. I can't remember what the question was, but it was one of those weird things you have to make up. I can't remember what the game was.
You have to make up like fake answers?
It was something like that, but she ended up writing sex on a plane.
Oh my fuck.
But Plain.
Sex on a plain bagel.
I mean, I suppose that makes sense, but not really.
The rain in Spain.
There's another instance
mainly
of this.
on the sex on the plane.
People turn to me for spelling, okay? Like,
well, you're a copywriter,
okay, I'm a copywriter, but my anecdotal... Is that even the right way to say that? My response,
you're the copywriter.
My response to that always is people are like, how do you spell this? I'm like, well, I don't know. They never taught me the whole goddamn dictionary at varsity.
I didn't study the dictionary.
Like I've learned how to write. Doesn't even know how to spell every single word in existence.
But you got to be like the priests. They know all the pages of the scripture, Matty. You got to be like
everything.
Page 15 of the dictionary. Adjective.
But it's funny because in an instance like that, I didn't even think to clarify. My first thing was like, okay, she's probably writing something non-airplane related. This is how you spell plane. And then I tell her, and then she pushes submit, and then she's like an airplane. I'm like, no, that's the spell.
I'm just more confused that she had like a blip and forgot how to spell plane.
No, but that's besides the point. And then she looks at me, she's like, you fucked me for the last time. There's another story, I just can't remember the word, but it happened at the office as well with John Michael, where he asked me how to spell a word. It'll come to...
Copywriters asking each other to spell words is a dangerous game.
No, he's a designer. He's not a copywriter.
Wow, you just threw him under the bus there. Fuck. What? You're like, he's a designer. He can't spell shit.
He can't spell. No, he's a very visual person.
You're not helping this.
No, but him and Lenska are very similar in that if I show Lenska an image for like funny copywriting or words, her first response is, "Oh, what a cool picture," and I'm like, "But did you not read the word?" She's like, "Oh, that's cool too." And it happens at the office as well. Like I'll show John Michael something, he'll look at it like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, did you read the caption? It's like, oh, I did. Oh, that's cool.
He must struggle with memes then. He's not reading the caption of the meme.
It's not that bad, but they're very similar in that they're drawn to visuals. Like it's the first thing they see. Whereas I'm the other way around. I look at the words, then the visuals first. But there was something where he also asked me to spell something, and I'm like, yeah, you spell it like this. And he sent it on Skype to like our team. And I read the Skype. I was like, no, that's not how you spell that. It's like, but you just told me it was. Like, I didn't know you meant it in that context. Like, it's a different word.
You fucked me, Matty. You fucked me on this.
It's like, you fucked me for the last time. Like, this is a trend, okay? Don't ask me for how to spell words.
I mean, it's happened twice now to two people you you dearly love.
And it was like,
I feel like you are fucking them.
It was in a 2-week space. I was like, there's definitely a trend here.
Yeah.
Okay. Just stop looking to me for spell advice.
You've got this like vindictive alter ego that just likes misspelling things for people.
I can't remember what the word was. It was so funny though. I'll think about it. It is such a good thing in context. But yeah.
In the days of our copywriting lives.
These are the days of our copywriters.
Is that the music?
It's days of our lives.
I just know that stupid hourglass thing in the background.
Yeah, that's Days of Our Lives. Don't you remember the tune?
No, not really.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look it up. Fill the void while our YouTube Days of Our Lives.
So many of those. So is Days of Our Lives still going?
I'm sure.
I'm probably sure. Do you think they've updated that intro to not use
hell
like
no.
20-year-old shitty CGI hourglass?
Actually, I'd be interested to know. Wait, no, maybe it is over. A lot of the soapies have actually finished.
Oh my god.
Wait, let's see.
Telemundo gone.
Okay, but first the adverts. Is this picking up on the speaker? Yes.
Love adverts.
Okay, let's skip the advert.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do know this.
These are the days of our copywriters.
Man, that CG looks far more like high resolution. That must be a new one.
God damn.
Doesn't look like VHS quality going on there.
This was uploaded when...
Wow, is it like a storm in the background? That's crazy.
Yeah, they've done some amazing things here.
Oh, fuck, this is like
do you know that
bringing back so many memories
this
now.
This thing is 3.5 minutes long.
3.5?
Maybe someone just stitched it together.
What?
I don't know. Oh my god, it's a whole song. Okay.
Oh my good lord.
Like sands through the hourglass.
Do you think you could find like a 24-hour loop of that on YouTube? Probably could. Just like the Gandalf sax guy.
If it doesn't exist, I'm doing it.
Dear God.
Days of Our Lives song, 24-hour
loop.
Hour.
Yeah.
Loop.
That's
this
the
is
good
the
shit.
One.
That's the good shit.
24-hour loop.
Hell yeah.
No,
is it there?
It doesn't have that, but it does have relaxing nature sounds for 24 hours.
That just makes me want to go to the bathroom.
We need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
This isn't relaxing at all. It's just water.
I'm doing a 24-hour Days of Our Lives theme.
If you want a 24-hour loop of relaxing wildlife music, just listen to the Breath of the Wild soundtrack.
It is. It's like you hear the wind,
and then you hear
water.
Piano.
No, you literally hear like one piano key, like bing. You're like, wow, this soundtrack's amazing. So thoughtful and well planned. You climb a mountain, you get a view. The wind's like, yeah, doo-doo. I'm not even wrong.
No, yeah, that's pretty fucking accurate. That's good.
And you're like, soundtrack.
Man, it's so dynamic.
Wow.
It's adapting to what I look at.
Connects with me on a different level. Meanwhile, the composer like wrote it in like 5 minutes.
He's like, fuck, I woke up late, I forgot to do my homework.
He wrote one song, he just broke it into like 35 million different segments.
I still love that soundtrack a lot.
It is really good. I'm not even we rip it off, but it's so good. Super chill.
This Checkpoint Chat about video games.
We speak about Days of Our Lives.
These are the times of our
grammar.
days of our chats.
It's
I
the
don't know.
days of our podcast.
But you got to misspell it. So yeah.
These are the checkpoints, as in a check, as in like the
like
Czech
cashing
Republic.
a check.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we went completely two
there
different
are 3
ways.
different ways to spell check.
There's probably more.
Okay, do you
actually.
understand the problem now? So how do you spell check? I might have been like CHECK. You're like, okay, push send. You're like, yeah, I just told Shani that I've cashed this check. I'm like, no, that's the wrong way.
I would have laughed if your first instinct was to go like Czech, as in the Czech Republic. Just like if John Michael was like, how do you spell Czech? Well,
it's
you
like
can take out Republic.
It's like, what is it? It's like CZ something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Just being like, are you sure? I trust you. You're a copywriter.
Listen, it's Czech. Trust me. Okay, cool. I've just told a colleague to check the spelling. I'm like, no, that's wrong.
You fucked me on this again.
God, you're going to lose your job. I'm so sorry. Spelling.
It's Checkpoint Chat. Talk about video games, which have
62.
been in a weird space. Oh, I don't know. I haven't been playing recent releases. Like, I want to play that good Fire Emblem, but I think that's going to wait till the end of the year for me.
So I think between you and I, we've gone back.
Gone back in time.
We've gone back many, many years. A good 20, 25 years this week. Do you wanna kick us off?
But so last week, as part of the news, Bethesda released Doom 1, 2, and 3 on Switch. So I bought Doom 1. And man, it's good.
It's good.
It's so good.
Okay, did you ever play Doom 1 like back in the day? I'm sure
I
you
never
must
like
have.
played it like solidly, but I have memories of like being in a friend and playing a level and being like, what is this? You know, like. And back then you didn't use a mouse.
No, yeah,
you
it's
used
keyboard.
the directional keys.
Let me tell you, in my day, those games I played.
Back in my day.
I played OG Doom, OG Wolfenstein, OG Quake, OG Duke, all of that without a mouse.
Yeah,
but it was keyboard. That was the way. It was just, and it's actually weird to think that who was the first person to be like, you know what, a mouse would fix this problem.
Yeah,
those people are so clever.
Yeah,
they should be awarded the Nobel Prize.
It's kind of amazing in Doom that like. You rotate, and as long as the enemy is in front of you, you'll shoot at them. Yeah. So like vertical elevation doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, that was clever then, because I mean, an enemy might be on a higher plane, whatever, but
it also restricts the player's motion, so it really helps, like I would assume, performance-wise, where you don't have to worry about them like flicking their mouse at fucking ridiculous speeds.
Yeah, so sorry, I threw us off topic there. What I was getting at is that Doom, the OG Doom, is probably the one game that like everyone has some touch point. So we're going unrelated but related. Yeah, and that everyone knows that song now. It's
the rip-off of like Metallica's Master of Puppets, essentially.
I mean, why not? So we're going to Franco's tonight.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you might think this is a weird story, but interjection. We went to Franco's last night as well to get takeaways.
Oh my God, of course you did.
Lenska's parents treated us. Because, pizza and shit.
See the perks of living at home. Yes. Hey.
So, but we're busy collecting our pizza, and the dude who works, so you'll meet him tonight. He's a big gamer.
Did he start singing the Doom song?
No. I wish we walk in like a year for our takeaways. Like, it's ready.
He's like running for your pizza. Like,
oh my God. He pulls out a gun, starts shooting people.
Wow. What is this pizzeria?
What's going on? No, but then, so every time we collect, we always have like a 2-minute chat about what we're playing, whatever. He's like, yeah, I picked up the old Doom.
Ooh.
I'm enjoying it so much because, and he starts explaining like...
Is he like young-ish? Or?
He's, I don't know. He's not old. He's not young. He's like maybe 30s as well.
Okay.
Like,
that's old
maybe late 30s.
Like
I don't
you're
know.
old.
I want to insult him. He's like, I'm actually 21. How did you... No, I think he's like older than me, but he's not
Checkpoint
old.
Chat?
I should tell him.
You should, yeah.
Actually, I think
Lenska sponsor us free pizza.
Pumps us out.
Lenska's really good at pumping us out, yeah.
She's like, hey, do you like gaming? No, you should still listen to Checkpoint Chat.
I swear Lenska pumped us out more at your wedding than either of us did.
I think we both did, though. We're like, hey, listen to us and Checkpoint.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Sorry, I derailed your story there.
I think we've derailed each other completely. So no.
Doom.
He told me about Doom. And then he was saying as a kid, like he played it. He doesn't have fun, like long... Geez, let me string a sentence together here. He doesn't have memories of playing it from beginning to end, but he has memories of playing Doom.
Yeah, that's essentially the same as me.
So he said that. I was like, yeah, me too. Like, I don't think I played Doom from beginning to end. And then Lenska, she says, yeah, my sister and I also played Doom.
Oh, wow.
Like, how did you guys play Doom? She says they had like the freeware version, which is a popular thing back then.
Yeah, the shareware, yeah.
You get it on a disc or whatever. Yeah, she says her and her sister used to just play the first level over and over again. So it was just a weird thing. I'm like, well, shit, like everyone has played Doom.
Yeah.
I mean, like that. Just the three of us, we all have some like reference to Doom to some extent.
There's some like touchstone point.
And now they've re-released it on modern platforms, and of course, like I want to pick it up. You playing it? This guy who works at this pizza place you're going to is playing it.
It was like $70 on Switch. Yeah, I was just like,
he says it's so
cool,
dirt cheap.
Yeah,
and he's like, I'm going to finish it and I'm going to get all the trophies. I'm like, okay,
what trophies?
No, he's playing it on a PlayStation.
Oh yeah, because they re-released it on other consoles as well. What's weird is that the executable's like half a gig. It's like,
really?
This thing fits on like 3 floppy disks back in the day.
What the hell do they do? Is it 4K Doom?
I guess 95% of it is
maybe
that
HD
Bethesda
Doom.
login screen that they added to it.
Did you have to sign in?
I had to, which is, I mean, whatever. Like, I knew my account details, so I wasn't stuck there for like 10 years like some people.
Good Lord.
It was fun. I just logged in, whatever. Is it annoying? Yeah. But does it really make a difference? I'm like,
no, it's all
fuck it, whatever.
For context, for those of you who somehow haven't played Doom, Doom came out like the early 90s?
94?
Yeah, I think it was like 93, 94.
Yeah.
But it was one of, I don't know if it was the first, if not one of the first shooters that like...
So it was the second first-person shooter from id at the time, because
what is the first one? Is that Wolfenstein?
Escape from Castle Wolfenstein. that was like their first like big like, oh, this is first person 3D shooters, and then Doom came out, and Doom like completely changed the game.
Yeah.
Let's see, it was released for MS-DOS in 93.
Damn. So if you put the first game Wolfenstein next to Doom, like Wolfenstein in the day was really good, like holy shit, like can you believe this is like this 3D shoot or whatever, but then if you put Doom next to it, like damn, they
Doom
revolutionized.
Was a game changer. I'm actually reading a great book at the moment called
the Game Changer.
What's it called? Is it called Hey Listen? Yeah, it's called Hey Listen. You know, like the stupid fairy in Legend of Zelda says. But it's basically like a historical chronicle of video game history from like the beginning, 1970, 1980, to kind of like modern gen consoles.
Sure, that's awesome.
And I just got to the point where the author's speaking about Doom. And it's a fascinating story because it's like John Carmack and John Romero, John Carmack especially believed in not gating off technology to people. So like the Doom, they allowed people to mess with Doom's like engine and whatever, and they wanted to release it via shareware. They didn't want to patent anything or lock anything away. And maybe at the time, I mean, it worked for them at the time. They got a lot of money, but like when they were uploading Doom, they were uploading it at a university like internet center, and the university limited how many people could be on the connection at any given time because it's like 93,
the dial-up modem couldn't handle like 3,000
exactly.
people.
And there was already so much anticipation for Doom that before they could even get there and upload it, the network was full.
Wow.
So they had to like personally find someone they could email and be like, hey, could you log off so we could log on? Otherwise, we can't release the game.
We can't, we can't get our path charted to be like these iconic game developers.
Essentially, yeah. So they got this guy to log off, and they logged on, and they uploaded Doom and announced, that it was out, and it crashed the university server because everyone just like pummeled that server.
Wow.
So yeah, and then it was like completely shareware, so like everyone could just like kind of share it around, and I'm blanking on how they monetized it in a way, but they got a lot of money.
I remember reading a story or watching a YouTube video that covered this history, and they made like a fair bit of money. They were clever for. Yeah. I also like I'm blanking. I can't remember what they did, but it was such a smart thing. Wasn't it them who did the model of like? Did they not come up with the shareware model of like you can play the first level free and then
the first Doom was completely shareware.
Free.
Yeah.
How did they do it then?
I'm not entirely sure. I know they definitely made deals with publishers, because after coming out on PC, it came out on like the Nintendo, the SNES, and the PlayStation and stuff. So they made deals in that regard. There's a book about Doom. I think it's called Masters of Doom. That's now being adapted into a TV series by James Franco and his brother. I don't know his brother's name.
Frames
Janko, yeah. Definitely nailed it. So that's cool. There's all these video game series being adapted now, because Console Wars is also being adapted into a TV series.
Yeah, that I can't wait for.
Yeah, I think there'll be...
It's
awesome. Actually weird, because this book kind of glosses over some of the stuff that I read in Console Wars, and it's interesting to just like have this little tidbit and like, oh, that was like a quarter of this book. This whole like rivalry that you described in 2 sentences is like far more nuanced and complex than...
damn.
Yeah, but this book's good. Doom is...
Yeah, but it's back to the game.
It holds up like extremely well.
Yeah, I definitely want to play it. Yeah, actually, as a matter of interest, so we said on OG Doom, OG shooters, you couldn't really look up or down.
Yeah, no, you still can't. No. They haven't changed the gameplay. I mean, you use the 2 thumbsticks, so I can rotate independently to like movement, whatever. What I don't remember is I always thought it was a fixed speed. Like I always thought it was incredibly fast, but here like your normal movement is fast, but then you hold down a button and then you go fast. You are sprinting.
I wonder,
and I don't remember that.
I also don't remember that. I must actually find a video for you. There's a speed run of I think it's Doom's first level.
Oh, the one that broke the record.
The one,
Yes.
And did we speak about that? I don't remember.
I don't know.
There was something like that. People have broken down that game so well now, because I mean it's ancient that there's something about you almost have to like run sideways or something because that's the way the game is programmed. Like there's no movement.
There's no friction or something.
Like whatever it was. And the movement there, it's very fast, but I don't remember there being a sprint button either.
Yeah, the video I think you're referring to was it was a world record that was broken.
Is that lasted for years and then someone finally broke
because
it?
the game only times in like full integers, so you never had the millisecond time to like go back. Yeah, and that video was like a good breakdown of why it was so impressive. Yeah,
and I can't remember what they did, but it was something with also to do with not only precise movement, but like the enemies don't move in a fixed line.
So it can be random.
So like
random,
the person who broke the record had to just hope that some of the enemies like didn't block him. He could just run straight through them, and it worked out.
And I think he only beat it by like 6 or so frames.
It was like it was ridiculous. And like you said, the game only measures in what is it, like not round numbers?
It rounds it. And it rounds it. It runs it up if I'm not mistaken.
So you have to literally
really
shave a second off to beat the record, and this person did it. So
it's a great video that is well worth the watch, because I remember reading about it and being like, okay, well, it's a speedrun thing, but then because the video is like 20 minutes, it's long.
Yeah, it's a breakdown of like a 10-second speedrun.
Yeah, but it's like so in depth, and it's so fascinating when you realize how many things had to go right for this like tiny little speed run to like occur.
I don't know if that speed run will ever be broken now, because she's like, how can you shave another second off that when it already was so fast?
So I don't remember there being a sprint button per se, but like, man, when you sprint, that game is fast as fucking hell.
But it's fast by
crap.
default.
Yeah, it's incredible. John Carmack is notorious for saying that anything that slowed down the game was taken out of the game. Like that was the thing he would not. He would not compromise on the speed of the game.
Fatigue out the window.
Fatigue. And then combined with like John Romero's great level design, which still holds up. It's like, it's really good.
Those OG games, because Doom's also the same thing of like finding keys to get out, and then a lot of secret locations with different weapons.
Yeah, there's so many cool secret locations, and sometimes it's a bit. I mean, I think this is a product of the time because everything looks so similar. Like texture-wise, you can get lost really easily. What I didn't remember was that if you died, you lost all your weapons.
Yeah.
And then it just started you on the same level.
I know.
So it's like, oh, God, this is now much harder.
Welcome to original gaming.
Yeah. And then you just like pick up the shotgun is so satisfying in that game.
Good,
and it's like in the sense of the screen, and the reload's like really slow, but man, it does damage.
It does a lot of damage.
And the minigun's really good. It's just a great game,
man. I think it's cool about that is that who published it? Bethesda.
Yeah. They own the rights.
I mean, like that. I don't think they'd get away with charging a lot of money for it. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But the fact that they came out, it's like what, like $5, I guess, $6. That's dirt cheap, because I would have expected it to be like 10. 15,
so like
maybe.
Doom 1 and 2 are $70, and then Doom 3 is like $140.
Yeah, I mean even Doom 3, like
it's the BFG edition though.
But they could have been like, it's an HD version of the Doom 3, like $500, whatever the hell it is, and they're like, no, $140.
I know a lot of people don't like the BFG edition because it puts the flashlight on your chest, so you don't have to keep switching.
It takes away a lot of the tension, which is it's a problem, because Doom 3 was
Doom 3 is like a horror game.
Yeah, it is a complete change of pace. Doom 3 is like 100% more horror focused. So still a lot of shooting, a lot of action, but it's like pitch black in a lot of areas.
It's meant to be slower.
Your dude's not like the Doom guy we know in modern day Doom, where it's like like a killing machine. You shoot your way through a lot of stuff, but you're very fragile. You have to play a little bit more strategic. Look, it's really fun. I don't know. I've never played it.
I know you like it a lot. Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
I mean, I played that in what is it, like the end of high school, just out of high school, and that was like, holy shit, this is the devil game. It's so evil. It's so evil.
This is the game with that pentagram. Oh no!
And that was at the time, I think. Visually, it was like a good benchmark.
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see what it looks like today, because that was 100% like, whoa, look at this lighting. It's pitch black. Look at my flashlight. Look at these environments, these enemies. Because I mean, I can understand why people are pissed off with the BFG edition, because, as an example, one of the best ways to get through the game is like, it's a dark area. You can't pull your flashlight out and shoot at the same time.
Yeah.
So you would have to almost like shoot to light up, see where the enemy is, and then keep shooting at them.
Oh, just to... Yeah. Okay.
It's a good time. You've never played it.
No, I've never played it. So I'm kind of curious to give it a go on Switch when I can.
I think give it a go. I don't know if it holds up, but man, it's different and it's good. It's more narrative focused.
Why's your stuff so low?
I don't know. Do you want to pause and check?
Oh, sorry for that little delay. We're just making sure.
I don't think you guys actually realized.
But I increased Matty's volume now.
I'm loud now. I think that was very solid.
Loud and proud.
Nice and loud. Look at those wave levels going on.
Look at those peaks. There's peaks and troughs. Don't call the cats here, no.
No, well, why are the cats here now?
So yeah, Doom's good.
Doom's
Doom is really fun on Switch as well. So
it's
I'm enjoying it.
It's on Switch, PS4, is it on Xbox?
Yeah. And apparently there's a trademark out for Doom 64, so maybe they'll re-release that as well.
It was a Doom 64?
Doom for Nintendo 64.
Oh,
it's a weird thing.
Why did I think it was like OG Doom just for the 64? Do you know that they put Doom on the SNES?
Yeah.
It was like awful.
Yeah, they took out all the gore and stuff, didn't they?
I don't think it ran like garbage as well.
I can imagine, actually. Because they did the same with Mortal Kombat. I mean, you know the story where they turned the blood into grey sweat, essentially.
Yeah, my brother and I played OG Mortal Kombat on the NES. Look, I was a kid. I was like, shit, I've got Mortal Kombat at home. This is awesome. Looking back now, I'm like, damn, that game is not at all what the arcade version is like.
Oh, yeah, and even the Sega Genesis version, which, really propelled them because they were like, hey, we're the cool console. We'll show blood and guts and fatalities.
Oh, yes, yeah. Console Wars. What a book.
What a book. What you been playing?
So this is definitely the OG episode. You've been playing Doom. I've been playing the original 3 Marios. Yep. So on no, it's gonna get stuck in my head. What a tune though.
Yeah, what a tune.
So on Switch you have the NES Online. Is it called that?
You playing it through the classic?
Yeah, the NES Classic Online, whatever.
I still haven't tried that thing at all.
You haven't tried it? Oh, you got to play Super Mario 3, man. So the point is, it's got a whole lot of classic NES games from the OG Legend of Zelda's to Mario to like all these other little gems. Punch Out is on there, for example.
Does it have Ice Climbers?
It's got Ice
Climbers.
It's got Kid Icarus. It's got all these classic Nintendo games, which, you know, sort of. Oh, it's got Kirby on there as well.
Yeah.
Get some Kirby action. If you've played
that pink bastard.
If you've played a Super Smash today, most of those Nintendo characters all started on the NES, like late 80s, early 90s. But point I'm getting at is that they've got that service has the original 3 Super Mario games, and I always think it's such a nice thing to go back and be like, you know, what are the roots of this plumber? What did he look like back then? I mean, over the years I've played through those games like many times, but it's been, I don't know, good.
I don't think I've ever finished any one of them.
Never finished.
I don't think so.
I was actually thinking, I think at the time, years ago, I finished all of them. But I've often done the thing of, let me see what they're like today, and I play like a level or 2. I'm like, oh, that's cool, and then never play them again.
I know like the final theme of Bowser, but I don't think I've finished.
Never.
Yeah.
But
it's very harrowing.
Yeah, it's very harrowing. Gave kids nightmares for years.
Yeah.
Miyamoto's like,
this fucking giant turtle dragon. Yeah, now Bowser's in charge of Nintendo. He definitely worked that out.
It's the long game.
Yeah.
So I thought, it's on the Switch now. I actually want to finish all 3 because I haven't done it for however long. Let me tell you, they're all really good. But that being said, let's start at the beginning. Super Mario 1. It's the
perfect game.
It is. No, look, it's good, but holy shitballs! Have you tried playing Super Mario 1 today?
It's hard.
It is so difficult. Mario does not control it all as smoothly as you'd hope he would. It's so like slippery. The jumping is like,
his acceleration curve is strange.
So So and what's even more terrifying? Have you watched a game speedrun?
It's like ice skating.
Those people like, there's some technique where they like turn backwards, and I don't know. It's
they do that backwards thing. Run. Yeah,
and they're so like precise. Okay, but I'm getting sidetracked a lot this episode. Just so much to say.
We're both tired. That's why.
Yeah, we both went to bed at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, our brains are like.
I was doing something productive, unlike you.
Should have really messaged you, be like, "Hey, we could do this later."
Do it later, no.
Fuck.
Okay, so Mario 1, hard as balls. Jeez, like, okay. Thank God for the NES on Switch has like a save state. You can save.
Okay.
So I'm literally saving like, it's so quick to do as well. I save every like half a minute, or every time like I fail just before I know there's a hard jump or something.
Mm.
And
Before
she's
every jump.
because it's such a pain. You have to start the level again. It's like I'm spoiled now. Okay, original gamers didn't have that luxury. They'd have to play the whole game again if they ran out of lives.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
find the secret warp pipe room or whatever.
I'm like, not today. I'm doing this for nostalgia purposes. I don't have time to sit and replay the levels. Okay, that being said, Mario 1, I can imagine playing that back in the day where moving screens weren't a thing. Like it was, the games at the time were fixed levels. You move to another screen, your game loads another screen. Mario was like a moving picture. You could actually move from left to right, move through a world. And I think that's what clicked for so many people and why it sort of revolutionized gaming at the time. But geez, like it is hard. But it's not Mario. Games at that time were hard because they weren't long. It was to keep people like...
Yeah, it was to artificially stretch out the time you played. Yeah.
Give people value for their money.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Because the shocking thing is games back then weren't cheap.
No.
Games have always been like $60.
Yeah, very expensive. And in some cases more.
Shock.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, OG Mario came out like late 80s.
88?
Yeah, 30 years ago. Imagine paying $60 for a game for that 30 years ago. Okay.
I'm looking it up.
So yeah, point is it's very hard, but it's cool to see the roots of where it came from. And I don't think I finished the first one yet. I'm on like world 8 or something.
You haven't killed that Bowser?
I've killed many a Bowser, but it turns out it's just an enemy in disguise. Like your princess is in another castle.
Fucking assholes. It was originally released 1985 in Japan.
Was it 85?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What is 87?
In Europe. In North America, 1985 as well, yeah.
Shit, so it's even earlier. It's older
and that was on the NES. Yeah, and then on Game Boy Color, 1999.
I played the Game Boy version years ago, so that was hard. Holy moly. Okay, so Mario 1, really good. Mario 2, have you played Mario 2?
So Mario 2, I know, isn't really a Mario game.
It's not a Mario game.
It's a Doki Doki adventure or whatever.
It's another game that was reskinned for the West, I think.
Yes.
So Mario... the thing is, in Mario 2, you don't just get to play as Mario. You get to choose from Luigi or Toad or
sorry to derail.
Peach.
It was reskinned for the West, but Japan actually got a Mario 2.
Oh, yeah,
like a completely different game.
Oh, yeah. So Japan got a Mario 2, which was styled, so like in terms of style and gameplay, was similar to the first one, but it's very difficult.
Yeah.
I think that's actually available on the NES thing. It's called Mario, the Lost Levels or something.
Oh, okay.
I think that's Super Mario, like OG Super Mario 2 reskin.
Okay.
Because
they reskinned Doki Doki because they were
worried it was
too difficult.
West.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, holy shit! If Mario 1 was that hard, what is Mario?
Yeah, what is Mario 2 like? Holy crap!
So when I talk about Super Mario Bros. 2, I'm talking about the reskinned Doki Doki, which is not at all like the Mario we know.
Yeah.
But you can still play as Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, and you can't jump on enemies. The way you kill enemies is you have to pick them up and throw them off the level.
What?
What
is this nonsense?
It's very weird. Or in the ground you have like vegetables that are planted.
Yeah.
Or items. You have to pick them up and throw them at the enemy.
What the fuck?
So you
can't jump on a Goomba?
No.
Oh,
there aren't Goombas. No, none of the enemies. Yeah. Play Mario 2. It's completely different. It's nothing like the rest of the series.
It's like a fever dream Mario.
It's a fever dream, yeah. It's like
Mario can't jump on his enemies. The Goombas aren't there.
But the thing is, they made a lot of improvements on this game because even though it's not OG Mario, the platforming is a lot better. Like, jumping isn't so slippery. It feels a little bit more precise, which is cool. So it's a big improvement in that regard, but it's not at all like the Mario that came before it. Yeah. That I actually did finish. And I enjoyed it, but it was like, this isn't quite Mario.
And then Mario 3 is considered like the most perfect.
But before Mario 3, I went up on a Reddit reviews and people still enjoyed Mario 2. Like, yeah, it's a good game.
No. I don't think people, like, they just knew it wasn't a Mario game.
It wasn't a Mario.
Yeah.
And Nintendo did a weird thing at the time where sequels back then, that they had to be completely different. Like, even The Legend of Zelda, the second one, so the original Legend of Zelda was a top-down adventure game. Legend of Zelda 2, side-scrolling adventure game. Like, they just completely changed it. And
Legend of Zelda 2 sucks.
Does it suck?
It
really?
Sucks. Yeah.
That's also on the servers if you want to give it a back.
No, it sucks.
Okay, but then Super Mario 3 comes along.
Yeah.
And this is Nintendo going, okay,
this Nintendo flexing.
This is them flexing. They say we're going to go back to our roots, and they make Super Mario 3, and this game it holds up today. It is so good.
I think
Like,
it's still Jeff's favorite game of all time.
It's it's a phenomenal game, and it's amazing that it does hold up because not for any nefarious reason other than it's a really old game that's still, by today's standards, it's still really fun to play. The platforming's tight. The stage level design's awesome.
3 is the squirrel suit, right?
Yeah, it's the Tanuki suit. Yeah. Which, when you think about it, who thought of that? It's
Mario's a very fat plumber.
like we'll give Mario his usual mushroom and his flower, but we're also going to give him a leaf that turns him into like a flying squirrel.
Maybe Miyamoto just saw one like on his way to work. He's like, man, the squirrels are dope.
I've got to put this in my game.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, but that game, so I haven't finished that one yet. So I'm only on like Worlds 2 or 3.
Is that one a bit easier to play, you think?
I think it's more accessible. Yeah, it's definitely more accessible.
Okay.
It's like 1 difficult. 2's, it's not Mario. So I'd say it's also pretty difficult because it's not the thing of simply jumping on an enemy. You have to either jump on them and pick them up or pick up an item and throw it at them.
Are you playing them like, because I know most people don't like intentionally try and kill every enemy in a level, because I mean you get points from them, but that's not the point.
No. You have to get from A to B.
Okay.
That's the point. So yeah, I'm not far on Super Mario 3. I'm only second world. But just you can see in terms of the color, the color palette, the design, the style, the music.
It's really nice. I like the color palette of 3.
I don't know where it came from because the jump from Mario 1 to 2 is something, and then the jump from Mario 2 to 3 is like something even bigger.
And then 3 to World is huge.
Yeah,
jump,
I don't know if World is on.
No,
it's a SNES.
It's a SNES game.
I really want to play World. I've never played before.
World is cool. World is pretty cool.
And that's a lot of people like.
Between
World and Super Mario 3, those are people's favorites. Even today, like
they need to put SNES games on the Switch, man.
Yeah, well,
because then you got Link to the Past as well there.
More people will play Final Fantasy 6 as well. Listen, don't knock it. Okay, it's a really good game. So that's our nostalgia trip. I mean,
that's pretty cool. Yeah. I need to. Like I said, I haven't played these things
online.
to completion.
I think even if you like play 1 level of 1, 1 level of 2, and then like play 3. Have you ever finished 3?
No. I don't think I've actually even played 3.
You've never played 3?
No.
It's awesome. The only shit thing I have to say about the NES Online is that you can't tailor your buttons.
You can't change them?
You can't change them. You're forced to play. And for some reason, is it A, B? I'm so used to having like, is it A sprint and B jump, or one of the point is I can't swap them and it screws me every time.
But I think I play with the traditional method. So if they stick to that, that's how I play Mario Maker. So speaking of which, didn't you buy Mario Maker?
No, I still need to buy it.
Oh, because I was like, man, you're playing these old ass Mario games and you just got like the brand new one.
I'm setting myself up for Mario Maker. I'll buy it. Don't worry.
It's so good. So good. Need to play more levels. And now, like, after this, like, initial deluge of games, levels, not to say that they're all bad, but, like, I feel like the people who are making levels now are the ones that are really, like, sticking to it. So the quality is just skyrocketing. Better,
That's good. It's going to keep getting better.
Did you see one on Twitter? I think the level was named I Have the High Ground. And it was just Mario on this, like, the one side of the screen, a, like, pit of lava, and then one of the hammer Koopas on the other end, like, elevates it. And just throwing it.
You have to just kill it to beat the level.
I fucking died.
That's amazing.
It's just like...
People are too clever, man.
It's so fun. Like, it's an easy-ass level to play, but, like, you get in and you're just like, I see you. I see you.
I have the high ground.
It's so good. There's some great levels going on there. Themed levels. I like watching the auto-run levels. So the ones where there's no input. It's just like... It's like
therapeutic.
It's like when you set up a game of Mousetrap, you know, the board game?
Yes.
Not to play Mousetrap, but just
to watch the
watch it go. And you're like, oh, all these things interlink together. It's really good.
Damn. Okay,
did you find it?
I found a YouTube video titled, It's Over Anakin. I have the high ground. We're going to watch the whole thing?
Hell yeah. I love the streamer.
Who is this guy?
I have no idea.
I just want to see the level, man. Oh, wait. Okay, let's do this not on air. This is probably some dude who highlights levels, but
and you just found that one, so now you're going to scrub through and find it,
Hell no. It's 11
It's like you with your YouTube videos.
What?
You'll like be like, I died to this boss or whatever, but your video highlight. Okay, no wait, yours are highlights, so it's not the entire stream. So that's different.
No, I cut mine down.
Which is actually hardcore because that's way more editing.
It is a lot more editing. I haven't put a video out for so long. Actually, I have my last fight on Sekiro, the last boss. I want to edit that down just to show how many times I died. I've actually started it. I've got all the hard cuts of me dying. So it's like death, and it just shows you like, whoa, that's a lot of death. With me finally killing him, but I'll finish editing that sometime.
I watched a video this week from this YouTube channel from the UK. These guys used to work for IGN in the UK. I think their channel now is called RKG. They made a really big name for themselves with the series in IGN called Prepare to Try, which was them.
For Dark Souls.
Yeah, them playing Dark Souls for the first time and struggling. So now their latest video for RKG was them taking a flight from America back home to London, so like a 10-hour flight, and beating Dark Souls on the flight.
Oh no!
It was such a cool video.
How did they do that?
So they just they kept swapping between each other to relay race it essentially, and they'd mapped out. Okay, we need to go in this order. We need to get these items. So they were really prepared for it. But man, I think they finished it as they were landing. It was so.
But how
insane.
did they record that? Do they just have a camera set
they had a camera in the fucking cabin,
what the hell?
of the plane, and every now and then they would stop for an interview, and it would be one of them in the bathroom, giving a progress update.
I need to watch that.
It's a phenomenal video. Cool. It's really, it's hard, the way they did that, but man, amazing. It's so much fun.
I'm surprised they're allowed to, because I'd imagine. Airlines can be sticky for safety reasons, and there's obviously there are other people on the plane.
Especially when it's dark and everyone's sleeping and stuff like that.
Are they whisper oh my god, wow!
when they win, man, they just they erupt into this cheerful laughter, and everyone's just what the fuck are these guys doing?
Nerds.
Wow, they're really happy we landed on the ground.
They must have had bad flying experience before.
It's like those Portuguese people when you land on a plane and they clap. Oh my fucking god. What nonsense.
That runway in Madeira used to be a meter
One of the
long.
most dangerous ones in the world.
It was so short. This is how I contextualize it. Back then, so the runway's been extended now. Okay. Back in the day when you visited Madeira, the moment those tires touched the tarmac, the pilot threw an anchor out the window just to get the plane to stop.
Just tearing up the whole thing. That runway is scary. When I was leaving, you get a very terrifying long view down to the fucking ocean.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is wow, we're really close to this edge.
But you left before planes were grounded. It was windy.
Just before. Yeah.
How was your takeoff?
It was fine. We were fine. I just missed all that wind, but one of Lenska's friends, Lindy, almost missed a connecting flight in Lisbon because of it. Yeah.
I remember when I was in 2009 leaving Madeira, it was also similar conditions. That plane, it's the most scared I've ever been in a plane.
Yeah.
Because taking off, the plane was literally moving left, and I was oh god, this is how we die.
Oh hell no.
No, I'm
not
this
okay
is me
with
from
that.
beyond the grave. I'm here. Okay, we're going to do some game releases.
No, aren't we doing news first? Is the game releases first?
62 episodes later, you always...
Shut up!
What I do.
Don't shame me. God.
Isn't it listener questions now then?
If we had theme music for all our segments, that would help. I could remember things on an audio-visual level. Audio-visual.
Do you need some transition music?
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Everything. I hate it.
I want that now for every time we transition. It needs to be days.
We're looking at game releases between August 3rd. We're in fucking August. Can you believe it? To August 9th. Beginning of August is weird, but the end of August is yeah. Yeah, good games at the end of August.
Before you start, though, we need to transition here. Your gaming releases.
Your gaming releases of the week. Brought to you by Days of Our Lives.
Brought to you by Marlena, but not the possessed version.
Marlena?
Did you not watch Days of Our Lives?
No, well, I don't remember it. Was she possessed? What was she possessed by?
She was possessed by a demon at one stage.
A demon?
It was a dark time for Days of Our Lives.
My God.
Yeah, it was hectic, man.
What is this show?
This was some good TV back in the 90s. It was My Deus.
I can just picture your mom doing
You can't
that.
watch the show.
Oh my god.
Yes, Marlena was possessed. But anyways,
Game releases. Fuck's sake. Got a game called Silver Chains coming to PC.
Nice.
Not Gold Chains. Hey.
No.
DC Universe Online coming to Switch on August 6th.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
if you wanna create your own superhero that can fly or run real fast.
game's
DC
been around
Universe
for
is not
so
bad.
long.
Yeah, I remember playing it when it launched. I was like, "This is pretty cool."
This is nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
That's nice.
Hearthstone, Saviors of Uldum. Is it Uldum? You're
so
the
far-
resident Blizzard expert here. You've been to
I have-
BlizzCon at least once.
I haven't played Hearthstone for like
Wow.
45 years
You're
at
definitely
least.
not going to BlizzCon
No.
again. They're not sending you.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess that's the new expansion.
Yep.
I
It
would
is.
not know. Metal Wolf Chaos coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One.
Why does
That's
that sound so familiar?
old From Software game.
Oh.
Very, very old From Software
wait,
game.
Have you watched the trailer?
Yeah, it's
for the-
fucking ridiculous.
It's so weird to think that FromSoft, the people who make these like cryptic, really hard games, had this like, you're the president of America.
Yeah.
you're
fucking
gonna,
fighting
you're
things.
gonna fight terrorism in your mech, whatever the hell it
It's
was.
so bizarre, but it's so good.
That's amazing.
They missed the opportunity of launching this on July 4th.
Yeah, they
Independence
really did.
Day, yeah.
Damn it.
Devolver dropped the ball there.
Why?
Age of Wonders, Planetfall, PC, PS4, Xbox One.
Nice.
Run, Roll, Rumble on PC, August 7th.
Or as the developers affectionately call it,
Do you know Shani can't do that?
she can't.
She can't roll her R's.
Does she go?
She just goes, grrr.
Shani's definitely an AI then. If she
I-
can't do it, because if you ever typed that into like, you know,
Like in
those
text to
text
speech,
to speech, they don't go. They go.
Like a dog. You can ask her tonight if you want to really
Oh my
embarrass
God.
her. Just be like,
No shame. I would
roll your R's. She'll be like, no.
Sure,
I
just
don't
go,
want to. I can't.
Sure.
God, she should never be able to speak most European languages.
Oh, yeah?
Because Portuguese is like rolls R's, like they're
Rs.
going out of fucking style.
Do they ever go out?
Merda.
Meu Deus.
Fuck, I said that in Portugal when I was with my parents.
Holy
I was
shit.
in a grade like 10 or whatever, but I just heard everyone saying it. I'm like, what does this
Oh
mean?
my God, I have a story. My mom, here's a quick story. My brother and sister can, I don't know if they remember this, but I distinctly
For
remember,
context, Merda is like the worst
Shit.
swear word you can.
well, it's
say-
not the worst, but it's what I think
It's like the combination of shit and fuck in one word,
Yeah.
essentially.
But I'll never forget one time getting in the car to go to school. I was little. I must have been like 5 or 6. I know we're running late. My mom's like stressing balls, whatever. And then I just remember going like, merda. And she turns to me, she's like, who the hell taught you that word? I'm like, you say it all the time.
This is your fault.
She did. My mom, like, if she was she'd be like, merda. She hasn't, it's like, I don't know, my mom hasn't sworn for like years, but I distinctly remember that because she was so like, who taught you that word? I was like, you did.
And then she's like,
No, she's like, Medeos.
I said,
Which Medeos, just for you guys. it
my
means
God,
like,
isn't
my
it?
God.
Yeah. I'm Medeos.
Oh, Medeos.
I said it at a shop, like we're checking something out, and my mom dropped something. And I was just like, Marta. And the teller was like,
It's like, oh,
the
Medeos.
fuck? And my mom's just like, no. You can't say that. I was like, but
Don't
why?
say it. I would discipline him when we
Yeah. I was busy like walking away with my chocolate milk, this like foul-mouthed child drinking his milk.
Titled Portuguese boy with your chocolate.
So good. Ukao.
Delicious. Leite. Whatever.
Yeah,
it's called.
ulete, yeah. Milk.
Milk. Leche.
How did we get on that?
I don't
Run,
know.
roll, rumble. That's it.
Got in there from rolling R.
The
a
Forbidden
segue.
Arts on PC, Xbox One, and Switch. They're forbidden, so you shouldn't play.
Unrelated, are pirates Portuguese?
Because
they
they're
go,
Somalian right now.
"Arr."
Oh, fuck off. I thought you were like asking like a history question, and I'm like, I don't know.
Bartholomew Diaz was a pirate, bro.
Yeah,
and he
damn right.
Discovered the
Docked in South
the
Africa.
Mossel Bay.
Was it Mossel Bay? I thought it was
No.
Cape Town.
Uh,
Oh no, it was Natal. Duh.
Yeah. Is
Because
that right?
they docked there on Christmas.
Did they?
Yeah, that's why they called it Natal, as in Christmas.
Ah, this is
Now
History
it's
101.
KwaZulu Natal.
What? That is wild. I honestly do not know that.
Matty, how? How?
I'm handing in my Portuguese license.
Have you ever said that name and not wondered?
I've just never clicked.
Zulu Natal.
Wow.
It's like an old vestige of it being called the
believe
Natal or Natal, which is because they dock there in Christmas.
This is revolutionary.
That is crazy.
My whole life
Matty.
has changed.
I don't. Yeah.
But he didn't land in KwaZulu-Natal first. He landed in the Western Cape first.
Who, Bartholomew Dias? No,
must have.
was KwaZulu Natal. You're thinking of Jan van Riebeck.
No, in Mossel Bay, I'm telling you, there's some connection there because
Mossel Bay.
my friends give me so much shit about every time I go to Mossel Bay, there's a museum for Bartholomew Dias, and they're like, you can go visit your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's museum. And there's one in Mossel Bay for a specific reason.
Well, you didn't even know Natal was Portuguese, so I
didn't.
can't trust your
Don't
history.
take my word for it. Let's finish this damn game release.
Stone Story RPG, Steam Early Access.
Wow.
Steel Circus, Steam Early Access. Oh, yeah. Here we get into the good shit. Sudoku Universe.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
boy.
Wow.
I wonder if it's a battle royale for Sudoku. That'd
You
be cool.
think?
It's out
Oh
on
my
Switch.
God.
This is a big one. Pillars of Eternity, Complete Edition, coming to Switch.
To Switch, that's really big.
That's pretty cool. Not my style of game. Like, classic RPGs don't click with me. But yeah. We should play Divinity.
We should.
Yeah.
John
Was it
Michael
co-op?
Michael's been
It's
telling
co-op.
me.
Yeah, we should play
He
that
loves.
game.
He says he started the game many times and it's so
Apparently
good.
2 is super good. I tried to
really
play
good,
1
yeah.
and I was like, the combat's really good, but I'm not really feeling the story.
You're like, nah.
Yeah, but apparently
do
2
it.
is like unreal.
They
So,
must have. Oh, and those dudes are making. What are they making again?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate
Yeah,
3.
crazy.
Oh, can you believe it?
Lord of the Rings Adventure Card Game.
Okay.
Coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. August 9th, Turok 2 Seeds of Evil coming to Switch. All these classic games
Jeez,
coming to.
it's
Do you want
classic,
to hunt
it's classic,
some dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs.
And then, I don't know how to say this. Tiamuari,
Wow.
Tumari,
Tomorrow.
Complete Edition coming to Switch August 9th. Yeah.
Huh. Interjection.
Was I wrong?
Having rounded the Cape of Good Hope at a considerable distance to the west and southwest, he turned towards the east and taking advantage of the winds
He came
of
to
Antarctica
Benoni.
that blow strongly in the South Atlantic, he sailed northeast. After 30 days without seeing land, he entered what he named Aguada de Saint-Brage, Bay of Saint Brice, later renamed Mossel Bay.
Morsel Bay. Okay, you're right.
I think-
Vindication.
This dude has sailed, I think he basically sailed and docked at like every damn port.
And then
in
he
South
stopped
Africa.
in the south of Joburg and settled there, and that's why
And
everyone's
then-
Portuguese there.
This is why everyone's Portuguese here.
These are the days of our lives.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, get out of here. No. Gaming news. Oh, fuck's sake. Did you just have it on pause?
I did.
Gaming news was kind of, the news
okay.
is still like recovering this week, and Gamescom is just around the corner. So
Oh yeah, shit. Is it end of this month? Or is it?
I think
when
it's
is
like
it?
next week or the
Is
week
it next
after.
week?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a reminder that we were there like 4 years ago this week, so
I can't believe it's 4 years ago.
I miss that place. It was so nice
So
there.
good.
Yeah.
I want to go drink some Kolsch.
Yeah,
Some nice,
I want to have some
delicious
Kolsch
German beer.
and eat some good sausage and mustard.
I'll never forget I don't remember what day it was, but I know we worked very hard the one day and we had to go back to the hotel to write. And en route, we stopped at a pizza place.
Yes.
Some like random pizza place.
Yeah, some dodgy
And
looking pizza
we
place.
hadn't eaten the whole day. No
We had
breakfast.
amazing
nothing.
pizza.
I don't even know if the pizza was like in general. I don't know if that pizza was good, but the fact that I was so hungry, it made it the best pizza.
We got those pepperoni pizzas. Oh, so good.
I ate the
Oh my
whole
god,
thing.
with
And
the
then
beer. Oh,
we went home and we worked till like 3 a.m.
yeah. Still managed somehow. I was like dead by then. I was so tired.
But my only notable thing news-wise I remember is that you can play Diablo in your browser now, which is a good time. Did you see that?
Diablo 1. Like not the full thing unless you own the
I
game.
think unless you own the game. But the shareware version, you can, the shareware version you can play. I think the whole game is available. The only thing is you can only play the warrior. And I think like you can't talk to Deckard Cain, but as far as I know, I don't know what.
Fuck you, old man.
Yeah, it's like stay a while and no, you don't own the version.
Stay a while and
Buy the
he just
full
like
game.
falls asleep or something.
So we played it a little bit at work, and I mean, I got to I finished the first level of the dungeon, and then I got to the second level and my game like crashed. I was like, okay. I don't know if this is just a product of the times or
Chrome just crashed. Cool.
No, not Chrome, just the game itself. It was a black screen. I could still open my menu, do everything.
But
you can play the whole game through a browser, which
it's
is
really
really
fucking
cool.
insane. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
If they could do that with Diablo 2, because Diablo 1, like, don't get me wrong, really great game for the time.
But Diablo 2 is the one people love.
Diablo 1, you like walk everywhere. Diablo 2 is way more fast, way more open. I remember a lot of fun. Oh, bring that to browser, please. Let's play that.
And Diablo 3, good time.
Oh my god, Diablo 3 in browser. No one would ever work again.
A new cyberpunk tabletop RPG is being developed with CD Projekt Red.
Nice.
So that's cool.
It's called Breathtaking. The tabletop
Remember
game.
that little bug in Hitman 2 where the guy like threw the briefcase and it like
Yes.
homed in? So IO Interactive have turned that into an actual weapon and it's coming back to the game
No way.
this month. Yeah,
That is
which
amazing.
is friggin' hilarious.
That's
I think
cool.
it's great. Jeez, why are there so many ads?
Oh,
Not good.
that was quite some news, actually.
Oh yeah, so Ninja, popular for being ninja and playing lots of Fortnite.
Everyone knows Ninja.
Yeah.
Well, I presume
One of
a lot of
Twitch's
people.
most famous streamers.
one of the it's big, like
Definitely the most famous like streamer in
in
mainstream.
mainstream media, because for those of you who don't remember, I think he was always like a well-known streamer. But one day, was it Drake?
Oh no, he was popular before then.
No, he was popular, but
Yeah.
what really like skyrocketed him is when,
When Drake played
when
with
Drake
him, yeah.
played with Ninja, and then all of a sudden, like, mainstream people knew exactly.
Yeah,
who
he was like on Stephen Colbert's show, I think,
Yeah.
or Jimmy Fallon's
It,
show,
like,
one of the two.
skyrocketed him to even more fame, and he's really in my opinion, the most iconic and remembered or known person by like everyone.
He
today,
did a
gamer
very
or
awkward
non-gamer.
floss on New Year's Eve.
He did a
which
very
was
awkward
very
floss.
awkward.
He really
no
did.
one joined in. It
Yeah, but-
was,
Yeah, very
real
awkward. Point is, he's a big streamer and he's very big on Twitch. But now
not anymore.
he's given Twitch the finger, not necessarily, but he's moved over to Mixer.
I think Microsoft paid a lot of money
him.
for this.
They must have. I'd love to know how much they
Yeah.
paid him. So Mixer, for those of you who don't know, is basically Microsoft's own streaming service, which is designed to be.
And it's been around
competition
for a
to
while.
Twitch.
Yeah.
It's been around for a good few
And
years.
it's not
now.
bad, actually.
I think feature-wise it works very well, but it doesn't have the same audience as Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like a brand new platform.
Twitch
so-
is like the go. It's like imagine replacing YouTube. That's the way I can. YouTube's the way you go to watch online videos. You're not gonna now go to like I don't know some competitor. Like,
Vimeo. or-
Vimeo's good, but it's more for like
It's more for shit that is leaked that YouTube will just take down.
YouTube will take down. So now imagine Mixer is like a competition to Twitch in that way. It doesn't quite have the same numbers, but Microsoft have paid Ninja to come over to Mixer to stream exclusively from Mixer.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it's a very smart move. He's going to bring an audience with him. Like, maybe not all of his fans are going to follow. A lot of them, like, have you seen the backlash? A lot of people are like, oh my God.
Man,
like,
especially from like other streamers, they're like,
Yeah.
you turned your back on Twitch. It's like, the fuck are you
no,
talking about?
Like, what the hell? I think it's going to be so good for Mixer.
They, I think his first stream was last night.
Yeah.
Jeez, I just hit
You
my
punched your
microphone.
mouth. So much.
Um,
Streamers last night. Ah.
And he's already got something like 500,000 subscribers. I mean, granted, for the first month, subscribers
It's
are
gonna
free.
happen. Yeah.
So, you know.
But I think even before he streamed yesterday, he had 250,000 views or subscribers, or something like absurd. So
It's what I didn't think about, and I read a great article on Polygon yesterday, was this idea that he will be at the forefront of Microsoft's marketing for their next console. Because, like, if he's being paid to stream exclusively on Mixer, like, you know, now suddenly there's this audience of Ninja fans who will be exposed to him basically advertising the next Xbox, and that has a lot of influence. So it's I think it's a weird, and I didn't see Microsoft doing this.
Microsoft are full of surprises.
Yeah,
which is really cool to see, because like we've said many times, this generation wasn't their generation.
No, not at all.
Like Xbox, if you look at sales numbers, I think Sony's the PS4 that's in news this week. I think
it surpassed 100 million.
sold 100 million units. The Switch has sold. The Switch came out years after the Xbox One. It's nearly caught up to lifetime sales of the Xbox One, which is like 30 or 40 million.
Yeah, it's like 40 million. The PS4 is the fastest. It's the first console to reach 100 million in such a short space of time.
It was 5 years and 2 months.
Yeah, it's incredible. It was outselling the Switch still.
Yeah, the PS2, which, I mean, we all know the PS2...
It's at 140 million?
But the PS2 took, I think, just under 6 years to reach 100 million. The PS4 did it like 9 months faster.
It's incredible. Sony's just knocked it out the park this gen.
Although I do think that Switch will surpass it in like 2 years, maybe. I don't know.
Surpass PlayStation?
The PlayStation.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Because the Switch has also sold like really well. Think about how many units the Wii sold.
I don't. Well, then again, we still have to wait for a Pokemon to come out, and that always changes the game.
That'll definitely boost it a bit, yeah.
So we'll see. Call of Duty Modern Warfare had its big reveal for its multiplayer stuff this week. It looks good. It's
that new engine, I really like it. I think it is a much needed change. It's Call of Duty, but it's completely different.
I really like the UI. It's so simple and like really, sleek and whatever. I like the there's a big emphasis on gun customization, but to the point where if you don't think about your modifications smartly, you can actually make a like vanilla version of a gun worse. So it's I think there's a lot of thought going into that sort of thing. There was a lot of controversy around some of the kill streak stuff this week as well.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you saw. No. So kill streaks are coming back in Call of Duty. Kill streaks, whatever. And in the past, the kill streaks have been pretty, like controversial in their own right. Like, was it Modern Warfare 2 had a nuke? If you got like a 25 kill streak, and that's like it's a fucking nuke.
Yeah.
But the problem,
it's not running from that.
Exactly. Yeah. The problem people are having this year, it seems, is that because this Modern Warfare is going for like photorealism and there's been this big emphasis on the story mode being like very gritty and real and showing the hardships of war. But then you pop over to the multiplayer and it's like, hey, you've got a kill streak of like white phosphorus, which is like a fucking war crime.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like there's this big like disconnect between the seriousness of the single player to have like commentary on war and this like, hey, just fucking pelt your enemies with
white phosphorus.
Yeah. So predictably they came out with the response of like, these two, we see them as separate entities and, we're not really trying to make a comment on real world things in the multiplayer. That's more the single player. And it's like, yeah, okay, cool. But like, I don't know. I think people feel more off-put by it just because of firstly what it is. Like it's a terrible, terrible weapon. And then just like the realism of it. So yeah, I don't know.
I'm very curious to see how it does though.
I'm very keen to play. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, a new light, which is the free version of Destiny 2, has been delayed by 2 weeks. Bungie were just like, hey, we need some time.
Is New Light the name for free Destiny?
Yeah, so it's when it goes free to play with all the year one content. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's been moved from September 17th to August 1st, which I'm totally fine with.
That's fine.
More Call of Duty. That's a very generic headline.
No.
Death Stranding will be a statement that moves video games forward.
Is that something Kojima
If you say so. If Kojima says so. We got footage of Nightwolf in Mortal Kombat 11.
Did you watch his fatality?
Yeah, holy shit.
Holy shit balls.
He just pulls that dude's like jaw and just like rips his whole torso off.
Just when you think there can't be any more visceral and gruesome, NetherRealms is like...
His X-ray move is also fucking intense.
His
like,
what?
His X-ray or brutal move or whatever it's called now.
Oh my god, all of them. All of the
He's a cool character. I've always liked him. And I like his design in this one. It's very cool.
Nightwolf.
His like neon colored animals are pretty rad as well. August video game schedule. Jupiter Hell. Rip and tear until it's done.
Damn.
I think Brad told me about this. It's like a roguelike version of like Doom almost or something like that.
Oh, that's quite
cool. Procedure, yeah, something like that. So Hitman got a new sniper assassin level, which those are really good. Those are like where you're perched in a single spot and you've kind of got to manipulate the scene in front of you just using your sniper, so you can like shoot things for distractions or time certain shots to get like a kill without anyone seeing. They incredibly clever.
That's cool.
Yeah. EA is making a ton of money. No shock there.
Shock.
I think the big thing there was like 50% of their revenue is now digital, which is crazy.
That is insane.
There's Paul Bearer.
My God, King.
My God, King.
He's got a chair.
Yeah, apparently there's going to be a new wrestling game this year, so shocking.
Wow.
You can see news is very,
Wow.
very good this year.
That's awesome.
We've got a Judgment review. Wow, that's
by Nick Cohen.
that's pretty
What a guy.
late. It's pretty late there. It's like a whole month late. Where the hell?
Is Judgment an old game?
It came out like beginning of July or no, end of June.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's a month. It's there.
Like you said, boot up your original Doom in your browser.
Yep.
So as far as I
did.
know, if you own the original game, you can drag like
You
a
can
file
drag it,
over.
yeah. Drag the file over. You play it in your browser, and it works like a charm.
Ooh, Apex is getting a
A proper,
pre-season invitational. That's a really cool
What the
skin.
hell? Who's that? Caustic. I think it's Caustic. Wow, that is.
He looks
really
like a
cool
knight.
The Knights of Ni.
A knight in toxic armor.
God damn. Wow,
Um,
news really is slow.
It's a new Need for Speed game. Well, EA already confirmed that there'd be a new Need for Speed game and then just never showed it off at E3. So apparently it's going to be shown off at Gamescom. I'm still sad that we have Need for Speed in a world where Burnout had to be sacrificed for it to live.
For it to live, we needed to sacrifice.
It's not fair. Not fair at all.
We've got games with gold.
Yeah, which is kind of weird this month because the two headlining Xbox One games are part of Game Pass.
I suppose if you don't have Game Pass, and you've got
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
so you've got Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 6,
Which is odd because 7 is out.
yeah.
So why not just give 7? Okay.
It's two new, and then Torchlight and
Very good game.
Castlevania.
Torchlight is so good.
Yeah, I played Torchlight 1 or 2.
It's like cutesy Diablo. I love it.
It's really good. And last game, Castlevania, Lord of Shadows. They've been
Apparently very good as well.
They've been on a Castlevania streak. So I think every month there's been some other Castlevania.
Yeah, I think last month was Symphony of the Night.
And then
Yeah.
before that, there was, I think, was it the Castlevania collection or something? There was another Castlevania game given. And then PS Plus, they also announced their lineup.
Yes, it was. Do you remember?
Sniper Elite 4.
Yes. What was the other one?
I'm blanking now. Oh, with the Wipeout collection.
Yes,
Really
the
good.
Omega Collection. Such
Really
a great
good.
fucking game.
If you own a PlayStation and you've never played Wipeout,
It's so good. And it's
not-
all of them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not your typical racing game. I'd honestly recommend giving it a go. It's futuristic.
And it's got a VR update if you want to.
If you want
If
to
you
throw
want
up,
to get fancy, yeah, it's so good, and it's even got the one that came out on Vita, the 2048, which is
Really?
phenomenal. I think.
She's
yeah.
like, it's got like every damn one.
It's so good,
and it's
such a
imagine that
great
in
collection to have.
4K. It's so pretty.
Sexy, and the
It's
music,
super
going,
sexy. Oh, the music's good.
yeah. You can run Android on your Nintendo Switch unofficially now.
Because reasons.
I mean, people are doing this just to like fuck around with it, but like you could essentially then get. I know Brett of.
Yeah, he
What's his
modded
channel name? UFD,
UFD.
sorry,
Tech,
UFD
UFD
Tech.
Tech. Yeah.
Yeah, he got the PlayStation 4 remote play working on there.
Which is such a. It's almost like a SID. It's like use your
Yeah.
Switch to play PlayStation.
Exactly. Ooh, he's playing Bloodborne on his Switch. But apparently there's
God.
still some incompatibilities with the Joy-Con being recognized and stuff like that. So, like, you can fucking brick your console super easily doing this.
Yeah, so
but
be
if you
careful.
manage it, you can put it on a micro SD and then just swap between the OSs at will.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
here's a fun little side note. Do you know my Switch? Where I got it from? I bought it
from Brett.
I bought it from Brett. I think at the time he bought the Switch thinking like, yeah, this is cool. And then he's like, not for
Yeah, he wasn't. And now he,
No,
now
he
he's
sold
got
it to me. Best buy ever. I think he's obviously bought his own since then.
Yes.
Brett, I love you. God damn.
Respawn thinks that comparing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order to Sekiro is pretty badass. They've said in the past that it's very similar in style.
I love this head.
This head is fantastic, yeah.
Who did this?
This is Darren.
Darren,
This
Darren.
Photoshop is top
So
notch.
it's an image from Sekiro, but instead of holding swords, the dudes are holding lightsabers.
got Kylo Ren's lightsaber and then double. I don't know why he's
blue.
got double blue sabers there, but yeah.
I don't know. Because reasons.
There was a story trailer for Control which explained absolutely fucking nothing, and I still cannot wait for that game.
Hope it's good.
Oh yeah, this was pretty big. Rockstar Games came under fire from a tax. It was like a non-profit, I think, in the UK. Basically, for the fact that they, for the past like for like, I think their entire operation in the UK, they'd never paid tax on it.
Huh.
But then they'd also applied for tax relief. So they had actually taken in an additional 42 million pounds in the form of
Jesus.
tax relief without actually paying any tax.
That is insane. That is a lot of money.
Which is apparently maybe very normal and not as illegal as it sounds, but it still seems like,
That
holy
is
fuck,
insane.
that's shitty. Yeah.
42 million pounds.
And they have an operating, like, they made $5 billion operating profit in the past 5 years.
That's 700 million rand. More or less, nearly $1 billion rand.
And they're taking it as relief. It's like, man, we're paying so much tax.
So much tax.
We're
I've
paying
been
no tax.
Sent from my yacht.
Imagine you could just get SARS to give you money
I
without
wish I
you
could
sending.
get 42 million pounds.
Yeah, just for not paying my tax. That would be pretty fucking great.
Is this Sega Mini? Oh my god.
A Sega Mini, Sega Mega Drive Mini, delayed until October in the Middle East and
Play
Europe.
Sonic and nothing else with.
Yeah. Yeah.
A joke, don't hate me.
The Fortnite World Cup wrapped up.
And to no one's
Don't know if you saw
surprise,
that kid,
Oh my God.
16-year-old kid who won $3 million.
$3 million. There was some good stories that came out of that. Did you see the kid who came? I think he came like 4th or 5th. He won like a substantial amount of money. I think it was like,
I think all entrants got at least 50,000.
Yeah, so first place was $3 million, but this kid who came, this 4th or 5th, he won $900,000.
Yeah.
But there's this really, really awesome video on YouTube going around. So let's put in context. There was that story a while back of the dad making his kid play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently that kid actually competed. Yeah.
I think he won $50,000. So like, good for him. He won money, and the whole thing is like the dad. It's not the dad denies everything, but it seems awful like the dad's forcing the kid to play.
Yeah, exactly. Like dropped him out of school and all that shit.
It's
Yeah.
like, win us money. So the kid who came 5th, there's this really touching video going around on Twitter of his dad holding him. I think it's in Spanish saying like the money's yours.
Oh man.
It's like you must go watch it and you think like $900,000. Like if you're a
lot of
parent
fucking
and
money.
it's this kid, like he must be like 14, 15 years, like super young. If you're a parent, surely you'd be like,
That's a lot of fucking money.
yeah.
Oh
And
my
this dad's
God.
like, no, it's yours.
I mean,
Which is like,
yeah.
it's just a touching thing. You must go watch a video. It's really, really awesome.
What's weird is that the kid who won $3 million, he still pays about 1.2 of that in tax.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, you still get 1.8 million.
That's still a lot of money.
So
Like,
is that just from the States? Why is it so much tax?
I don't know. I don't know, but I saw someone saying that's how much you'd pay.
That is a lot of
What is fascinating though is like, it's like $1 million more than Tiger Woods won winning the Masters, and like more than Djokovic got for winning Wimbledon. And man, if you find that ESPN tweet, people are fucking salty about that shit.
Try making fun of flossing now.
Oh my God. They're just like, it doesn't matter if he won $3 million. He's still not an athlete. It's like,
Oh my God.
okay, cool.
Have you watched the
I'm sure
pros
he
play
cares so
Fortnite?
much about your opinion right now. Yeah.
I don't know. As someone who's played Fortnite, maybe you don't get it when you watch as a non-gamer.
No, people don't understand because they've never tried.
When you watch
yeah.
as a gamer who's played Fortnite, a pro play Fortnite, like
It's
how do
fucking
they
insane, man.
build- like it's
Those
too
people
fast.
are.
They
I mean,
build-
the fact that like even someone like Ninja didn't qualify,
yeah,
and like
he's really
Ninja's
good.
fucking good. Yeah,
It's insane.
yeah. It's and a lot of the finalists are like really young kids. It's a new breed of sport.
It
yeah.
really is. It's insane.
Should we get to questions?
questions.
We got a lot of email questions.
Should we
Oh,
get
for
to-
fuck's sake.
Shall we get to questions?
I hate everything about this.
That's
We got
in
like 10 billion
Oh my
emails
God.
from Migs.
Okay, we also have a question on Facebook and we
Ooh.
have a tweet.
Ooh, questions galore. If you want to
my
get
God.
your question read on Checkpoint Chat, you can email us like Miguel did, Migs. checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com. You can also tweet us at Checkpoint Chat on Twitter,
Yes.
or you can message us on Facebook, facebook.com/checkpointchat. So sultry, so sexy.
So, over on Facebook, MJ Khan says, which monopoly...
MJ Khan, what's up?
Jeez, I just blanked on how to pronounce it. Which monopolization of a license has adversely affected the property over the years? I wish someone else was given an opportunity to dev WWE games. Interesting, because we just spoke about the new WWE game.
Yeah, I think...
Rich?
Yeah, the WWE games have been poor for a long time, so I think a lot of people
Affected the property
wish it
over
was a
years.
bit better.
I
I
don't
think
know, it's
Star
just-
Wars, to be honest.
Star Wars is probably a good one.
I think Star Wars' license with EA has not panned out
Definitely not.
at all. Well, okay, panned out financially maybe for them, yes, but like in terms of the games that I enjoy playing, definitely not.
No, but I think even not just you, but gamers in general, I don't know if any of the Battlefronts have been like, wow, game of the year stuff. You know,
No,
it's
no,
been, like,
definitely not. No.
very lukewarm receptions to both
I'm
games,
very
yeah.
excited for Jedi Fallen Order and hope Respawn has a magic touch. Or
I really hope it's good because when you and I both watched the reveal, and honestly, to me, it was like, looks really sluggish, does not look that good. But then in the same breath, they show a trailer. I'm like, damn, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
You know, if they could do that. But then,
and a lot of people who played it at E3 like really dug it.
a lot of people say like it plays better than it looks, which I can completely understand because some games don't look good to watch.
They're
But when
hard
you
to
play
demo,
them, it's almost like you can't demo VR. You see someone playing VR, you're like,
no, it never
that
works
game
out.
looks terrible. But if you put on the VR helmet, you're like, okay.
And also, like, Fallen Order's got this Metroidvania element to it that I didn't know about, and it's like, okay,
and the combat's like secure. You're taking two of my favorite genres here. Well, two of my favorite styles of games, so like the hardcore-ness, if that's even a word, of Dark Souls and Sekiro, and melding it with like the Metroidvania of Ori and Hollow Knight.
Castlevania.
So yeah, I think I'm hoping it's good. But yeah, that's a good example. I mean, they've got that license. How long do they have it for? EA have the Star Wars license for what, 10 years?
I think it's 10 years, yeah.
And they over halfway through that.
Yeah, way more.
Period.
I think it's like 6 or 7 years already.
And they've done like nothing.
Yeah, because my very first E3 was them revealing the reboot of Battlefront. Yeah. And that was 5 years ago. So.
They ruined it with microtransactions. Well, Battlefront 2 was the one that they really ruined with microtransactions.
Because that game's actually like pretty good.
Yeah.
But man, at launch it was a shit show.
I don't know. No,
what else have they made? It's only been those two.
It's only those two, yeah. In such that space, you'd think they'd put more studios on it. I don't know. Star Wars FIFA. The crossover you didn't know.
BioWare's not even making a Star Wars game. It's very peculiar.
What's going on? Yeah, that's actually very weird.
What other ones?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of other people who actually like own licenses. I mean,
it's tough because you don't want to call out like first party stuff because like that's created by the people in question.
I mean, off the top of my head, I can tell you people who have done really amazing things with
go for that then, yeah.
No, like we touched on it last week indirectly, but CD Projekt Red, they've done phenomenal stuff with The Witcher, which is based on
the Polish books.
The Polish books, and I imagine Cyberpunk by all means looks really good, and that's based on the classic board game.
I don't know if that's Polish as well, though.
No, I don't think it's. I mean, I could be wrong.
It's definitely it's a pen and paper RPG,
but it's based on that, and by all means, it looks like they're going to use. I don't know if it's the same thing as licensing, but I'm thinking of things that are.
As far as I know, they're licensing the names, so definitely, yeah.
And then we also mentioned Telltale. They
at the
time, I mean, when they made games, a lot of their stuff was really good. I mean, there was a lot of games coming out from different franchises, but I think Walking Dead really good. The Batman games really good.
I'm still sad we'll never get a Fable season 2.
No, we're not going to get another Wolf Among Us.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I said Fables as in the comic series. It's based on. Yeah, Wolf Among Us. Yeah, because that was my favorite of theirs.
People have ruined licenses like nothing else comes to mind. I don't know.
Thanks for the question, MJ.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm in a very weird position right now. I'm very
holding
comfy.
your mic very fondly, leaning back, going, yes, I'm
so
tired.
comfy. I'm so tired.
You're
my eyes are so sore
on the couch. Okay.
You know, like when you wake up and the first thing you do is open your eyes and you're just in pain. That's me right now.
Oh God.
I'm getting strong Gamescom flashbacks.
Oh my God. When you watched Dota 2 on the later one night.
Oh, it was so good with warm beer.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
The International's starting soon too as well. So excited to not understand what I'm watching, but going, yeah, this is fucking great.
Are we living in an alternate timeline here? So we always talk about my colleague John Michael. His name's actually John Michael, but we call him John Michael.
It's John Michael.
So a reply to the question I put out on Twitter, it's a guy called Michael John. He just says
Michael John.
He just says woot woot. That's it. That's.
I appreciate the woot.
Woot woot. Okay.
Woot back at you, Michael John.
Back on Twitter, Malesh says, "Have you ever heard a game soundtrack?"
Hey, you're saying it right.
For a change,
got confirmed.
Oh my God! I've made a mental note.
What's up, Malesh?
He says, "Have you ever heard a game soundtrack so good it convinced you to get the game more so than the gameplay? If so, what games? For me, it was Celeste."
Oh, yeah, fucking wow. I mean, I bought Celeste, but I know a lot of people who listen to that soundtrack are like, oh yeah, I need to fucking experience this game. Like,
I have one example that comes to mind. That was Fury.
Yes.
Because I watched the trailer for that, and the trailer song, I was like, damn, this looks awesome. The song is awesome. I want to play this game. And it turns out the soundtrack was phenomenal.
That definitely, I haven't played Fury yet, but I listen to that soundtrack so often.
So you like this nice electronic.
Unbelievably good, yeah.
It's really good. That
to
game,
gym to, oh my God.
like, I'm invincible.
It's so good.
And you go home, you try shower, you can't lift your arms. Like,
I haven't played Flower from that game company, but that soundtrack I listen to fairly frequently. And like, I'm not going to probably play it just because I listen to the soundtrack, but like I want to because that soundtrack's great.
Other than that one, I don't think I've ever, like, that's the one example I know. I listened to the song, I was like, damn, I'm going to buy this game. But I can tell you, games have been, I can tell you,
well, you've listened to the Cuphead soundtrack without playing the game.
Yeah, but I'm not excited to play the game for the soundtrack. I'm excited to play the game because I just love the look of Cuphead.
Mr. King Dice.
Oh, God.
Such a good soundtrack. Oh, my God.
It's really good. I can tell you about soundtracks that have made games more memorable for me. Like, definitely, Celeste is one of those where I love the game, but the soundtrack, I listen to it way too often. And it just keeps reminding me of how much I loved that
Lena
game.
Raine's soundtrack. And it was like her first game soundtrack ever.
Which is like,
unbelievable.
What the hell?
I think, actually, if I think about it, Florence, I listened to Florence's soundtrack before playing the game, and it definitely made me go, man, it seems like there's something to this game. Because when you've played Florence and then you listen back to the music, you can identify certain moments too. And and
that soundtrack's also very emotive. You know, when it's
good.
like, the song's tying into that moment.
Yeah,
and this
happy and sad.
Moment.
And that game is so good.
Stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Shit. Gaming soundtracks in general are like incredible.
Yeah, we're going through like a golden platinum age of like soundtracks. Like it seems like every release just has something great to listen to.
What amazes me is that my favorite soundtracks over the last few years have all been from indie studios. Like, where do these indie studios just get this, I don't know, this raw talent?
Yeah.
Like Hollow Knight as well.
Oh my goodness, Hollow Knight soundtrack.
That soundtrack is so like varied and different between different areas, and it's so good.
So it's so orchestrally incredible. And then it's like I don't know if you've listened to some of the songs from the Grim Troop, the DLC. Fuck, that is like heavy metal carny music. It's like so different and it's unbelievable.
That's good.
Just go listen to the song the Grim Troop, and it's fucking wild. It's such a great song.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, I do have another example of a song. Ori actually was, when I watched the trailer, I think it was the one they showed at Gamescom. I loved the gameplay, but I particularly liked the song that went with the trailer. I mean, it's not exclusively the song that got me excited, but that combined with the gameplay was so iconic. It's like, I have to play this game.
The music in the trailer for Will of the Wisps was unbelievable.
Just back on the original Ori, that soundtrack is like probably my favorite gaming soundtrack.
You played it at your wedding.
I did.
You did.
I did.
That and the Hollow Knight one. Yeah.
Of course I had both at the wedding. What do you think this is?
I tweeted Team Cherry that. They never replied.
Oh.
It's fine. They're in Australia. They're still behind the times.
They're still behind the times. She's like, okay, you have the email question.
Should we get to the billions of emails? Okay, you can control this. This is your job.
My job. Do I get paid extra for this? Meg says, hey, chatty checking pointsman. Following Alessandro's months-old advice for doing an upgrade, I've decided to buy an AMD Ryzen 5 3600.
Nice.
It's not bought yet. Should I relook at Intel even though performance is lower compared to the same price as AMD? Regards, Megs. This is your department.
So the Ryzen 5 3600 is it's part of the new range of Ryzen chips. I think the thing that, so I don't know specifically for this chip, but I know when you looked at the higher range ones and compared like AMD and Intel, AMD is definitely more performant for multi-threading.
Yeah.
Which is super useful if you're doing video editing or streaming or stuff like that. But games, for the most part, don't multi-thread very well. So you're looking at performance, single core performance, and their Intel still wins. That said, they still win, but by a fraction. Like just win, and then price really comes into play, and AMD sort of has Intel beat this. So I wouldn't say necessarily you've made a bad choice. I would say look up the, the relative Intel version of what you're going for in AMD and check. And especially if it's just for gaming, if they're around the same price, I would go Intel. But other than that, the new Ryzen chips are pretty good.
Also, when it comes to this sort of discussions, I had the same dilemma last year when I was upgrading my ancient PC. My PC was 9 to 10 years old, and I sort of I ended up buying Intel. But like, only because I got it at a really good price. When I was deciding what to buy, though, my thought process was, whatever I buy today is going to be like miles ahead of what I have anyway. So like,
it doesn't really, because you were on like a first gen.
I was on the first gen i7. So I was like, even if I buy like the mid-range i5, it's going to probably be like miles ahead of what I have. So I don't know, Megs, you also need to think about what your budget is and how old your PC is. Like, don't kill yourself going for top of the range or whatever. Try get the best bang for buck, I guess.
Like right now, I like had this itch to like upgrade my PC as well, and I looked at like performance because I've got the 6th gen Intel. So I was like, oh, they're on the 9th gen, 10th gen's coming out, and like I looked at performance, and it's like, if you're just using it for gaming, you can actually end up having worse performance because like this single core usage has come like kind of down.
Yeah. So, well, to be honest, my first gen CPU was, honestly, I think it was still fun. Like I could play any modern day game. I think what bogged my PC down really was, I mean, look, at bottleneck definitely, but like I needed to upgrade my motherboard and my RAM and everything.
Yeah, that's the big thing now is the RAM, because the new CPUs support like this very fast DDR4 RAM. So
yeah, that's a big thing. Okay, so can you navigate there from your comfy position? Oh my God, so many questions. It says, what do you have for breakfast every day?
I don't eat breakfast.
Okay, so you following the millennial diet of intermittent fasting.
Actually, okay, so I do the intermittent fasting, but I break it slightly because my breakfast is usually an energy drink.
That's not a breakfast.
It is to me. It is to my stomach.
Not a breakfast. Your body's like, feed me. Like, yes, have some taurine. It's like,
essentially, yes.
And then you crash.
It's I try eat dinner before like 7, and then I essentially fast until like 12 the next day. Aside from this energy drink.
You purposefully fasting.
Yeah, I'm definitely purposefully
because a lot of people don't eat breakfast. And it's the whole thing of like, I'm intermittent fasting.
No. I'm definitely purposefully doing it and then counting calories, and that's how I level it out. Yeah.
That's how you level up.
That's how I level up. What do you eat for breakfast?
So when I'm really good, I have a NutriBullet. And
I want one so badly.
Listen, a NutriBullet is life-changing.
Oh my God.
You just throw in like a bunch of fruit, some yogurt, some muesli, you blend it, and it's like this delicious.
Some ice.
You can throw ice. In summer, I do that when I want something like ice cold. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to do. And okay, I haven't done that for like a month now. I've been bad, but I usually have that every single morning, and I love it. It's like I've never gotten tired of waking up going, I'm going to have like a delicious fruit smoothie.
I love fruit smoothies, man.
I mean, you can really get creative. I know Lenska and I, sometimes we're a bit naughty. We throw like a block of chocolate or two in just for
saucy.
Saucy.
got to whack in some peanut butter in there.
Yeah, throw in some peanut butter, throw in some honey. Shit. Like there was a stage a smoothie of mine would have, like here's a typical example. I throw in like 1 banana, 1 apple, 1 nectarine, some yogurt, muesli.
A nectarine, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, like it is in season. Some honey, some oats. Oats is really nice in a smoothie.
It gives it some like sustenance. Yeah.
And I'm missing goji berries.
Ooh.
Yeah, and frozen like blueberries or.
So instead of ice, you're just putting in frozen fruit. Hell yeah.
It's a lot to put in, but oh my God, it is so delicious.
That's fucking awesome. And the NutriBullet like blitzes those things.
It blitzes them, and then it's such an easy thing to like consume, which is what I like. So the thing is, like a lot of people like sitting and eating that out of a bowl, and I agree. Like you get every individual flavor.
You're a millennial in the
I'm
move,
a millennial,
Matty.
and I need to do. No, but the thing is, it takes long to eat all of that stuff, and I like to just chill. I don't want to have to like eat
just
out
like
of a
sip
bowl.
it on the way to work. You're good, yeah.
But when I'm not having a fruit smoothie, my office generally has a supply of bread and peanut butter and butter and fruit and stuff. So
nice.
I'll usually make myself like peanut butter toast at the office.
I used to have that as well when I worked at head office. Now I don't. Now I just have shitty free coffee, and it's fucking shit.
Tastes like disappointment.
It tastes like burnt. Like ground, like burnt fucking soil, like harvested from the gardens outside.
Have you ever tried burnt soil from the garden?
it probably
So how
tastes
can
better
you
than
say-
that ass
so how can
coffee.
you
It's
say
so shit.
with such certainty.
I buy my coffee every day from Seattle because I just can't deal with the free
my
coffee.
God.
It's
What a
fucking
millennial.
gross.
Take me to the next
Seattle's
question.
good coffee, man. Oh my god.
Wait, what is the
He
last?
says the last, but there's like five
There's
other
5
questions
more.
after this.
What was the last?
Hey, I like how all these names CPC.
Yeah,
That sounds like
CPC.
we're like a component of marijuana or something.
You just blow it. No, that's what.
THC, CDC,
no,
and
that's,
CPC.
That's an energy drink ingredient.
Ooh.
Like
Do you know they're putting?
with taurine and CPC.
You know they're
Like,
putting
wow.
CDC in energy. Well, they're putting it in fucking everything now.
the hell
Like-
CDC.
So, okay, here's your marijuana lesson for the day.
Ooh.
You should watch a
the
great series on Netflix called Explained. There's an episode all about marijuana.
It's the ganja lesson.
It's the ganja lesson,
The
yeah.
devil's lettuce.
Marijuana contains 2 chemicals that like are attributed to its like drug properties essentially.
Yes.
So it's THC and CDC. CDC is a chemical that is used for like anxiety and pain relief.
Yeah.
THC is the psychedelic.
Right down.
So you can get marijuana that is just CDC. Like, so you don't essentially get high. You don't feel like fucked up and out of body and whatever. You just feel a bit more calm. And people who have, what's that condition? Cystic fibrosis? Where you have like chronic pain.
Yeah.
They'll use it for pain
Right
relief.
down.
And CDC is what you see now in like stores. If you go to like Sandton City, like go to any vape store, they sell CDC oil.
Right down.
No, sorry, not CDC. See this CBD.
CBD.
CBD. Fuck, that thing threw me off.
CBC.
Not CBC College. No, not Christian Brothers College. I even googled the wrong thing. Yeah, it's CBD. My bad. Yeah, CBD.
So when you talk about Joburg CBD, you're talking about Joburg cannabidiol.
Cannabidiol, yeah. So yeah, you can get that, and that's like that. Calcutta even has a pizza with it on, which is fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, I'm eating
get
the marijuana
high.
pizza. Yeah, you're not gonna get high, like at all.
Okay.
What was this question about?
We got so sidetracked.
Sorry.
It says, what was the last completed, as in last season, aired no more being made TV series you watched? Was it worth watching?
Like
Probably,
no more being made.
Probably Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones
is
for
the
me
last
as well,
one.
probably.
I
I enjoyed the finale.
don't,
Whatever, man.
like,
I'm down.
People will say they loved it, they hated it, but Game of Thrones as a package was a wild ride. Like,
Yeah,
I
as a
really
whole.
enjoyed it. I mean, I don't think the last season lit the world on fire, but I still enjoyed it. So I watched it.
I enjoyed the entire ride. There are some
Yeah.
of the most like high points in that series that have ever been on TV. I
Yeah.
think so.
Shit, I think that's the last show I've watched for many years where I know there's nothing being made.
Yeah,
after.
like a definite end.
Oh wait, although
I think prior to that, I watched Banshee,
Yeah.
which finished, and it was a really good series. I think it was like 4 seasons.
Damn.
Friggin' good.
You're gonna hate me, but no, Lenskin, I rewatched Friends a couple of months ago. No more of that being made. Look,
Thank God.
Friends is a good time.
There is a God after all.
Do you like How I Met Your Mother,
Yes.
but you hate Friends?
Yes.
How I Met Your Mother is the modern day version of Friends.
It's better.
No, it's not.
Ted is an
still
asshole.
good. He's an asshole. It's
Yeah.
still good. We loving.
I don't know how Ted is made to be the sympathetic character. He's a fucking
no,
asshole.
He's a dick.
Yeah. Everyone's a dick in that show.
Everyone's a dick everywhere.
Yeah. Hey.
Hello. I think that's it. Next question. Let's fly. I don't even know how are we doing for time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! I think we've gone long over. Okay,
we're
wait.
still
We've
good.
got time.
We
Okay.
can still get through
Okay.
this.
Have you guys delved into new Waypoint Vice Games Obsession Neon? Oh wait.
Didn't you ask this last time? Yeah.
Oh, that's an old question.
No, this is the fuck anime. Yeah, I clicked
Yeah,
on.
okay.
I
You
clicked on a
you
very
clicked
old
on the wrong
question.
email.
Yeah.
Konetnika. Chatterboxed checked Pointians.
Nice. I like
Currently
it.
enjoying the Dance Central series in the
Ooh.
360. I thought of the question: what do you think caused the Connect to be left for dead? The fact that it wasn't.
Well, it wasn't really. Microsoft really pushed that thing. I mean, if you remember, the original Xbox One shipped mandatorily with the fucking
Kinect,
Xbox with the Kinect.
The Xbox One came with an Xbox 360.
Exactly.
Oh, no, it didn't.
Games are just not made for it. So even with the idea of like everyone having it, because I think the initial point was like there's not enough, sold. Even then, it was just like it never took off in a way because it didn't have the support and people just using it for like voice controlling their Xbox. So
I don't know if the games fit were that great.
No, they weren't. I can't recall a single good Kinect game.
No, like I think the idea was very clever, but the tracking itself, in my limited experience, was very finicky. But it is weird because if you think about PSVR, when that launched, there weren't any games that come to mind.
It took a while,
like lit the world on fire. But now that people know how to use that platform, there are some really good games. Although I don't know if there's been any phenomenal ones this year compared to last year.
I think it's kind of sad because I think an experience that actually combines like VR and Kinect could actually be very interesting. Like because Kinect was always a much better camera than the PlayStation camera.
Yeah.
And the PlayStation camera is used for all the VR tracking and it's not perfect by any stretch.
No.
But like a Kinect would probably nail that down. I think this is also why Microsoft is apprehensive like getting into VR because it's like it's a big investment and if it doesn't pay off.
Like, can you imagine Microsoft pull a Sony, they're like, you know that Kinect you have in your cupboard, dust it off because we bring out our own VR and it pairs with that device.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't have that fucking Kinect.
I don't think they have it, but that is basically what PlayStation did. I mean,
essentially,
the PlayStation R was shit. I don't know. I thought it was dead.
And the Move, their motion controlling shit.
All of a sudden, some marketing person pulled a really clever move.
100%.
Being like, okay, let's do PS4, but you need to pair it with those existing devices that are out in the market. People can buy them cheap, secondhand, whatever.
Not even anymore now. Like if you buy them new, they're so expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive and shit. It's just
it was fantastic. Like, and it doesn't. It's probably the weakest part of PSVR is the motion control, but like it works fine. I'm very excited for whatever comes next though, because I think
next gen
proper
wireless,
VR,
wireless headsets, thank you,
or even just wireless, like,
everything,
like no wires, no camera, no nothing, like inside out tracking or something. Like if I just have to connect the headset with one cable to the PlayStation, fucking hell yeah, like
goddamn,
because man, it's a nightmare setting this thing up. It's so annoying.
Okay, would you rather drive to and from work every weekday and receive $50 every week for doing so, or
what? I do that and don't receive money.
Ride to and from work every weekday and arrive earlier than anyone else at the other location. You'll be paid $40 every week for doing so.
You can wear any kind of clothing and shoes. Okay, well, hold on. Drive to and from work every weekday and receive $50 every week for doing so. I mean, you and I both do that now, and I don't get any money for it.
Yeah.
Ride to and from work every weekday and arrive earlier than anyone else. I mean, sometimes you do that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be paid less.
$40 every.
I definitely would just take the $50 and be like...
Yeah, me too.
I'd also just take money for driving to work. That sounds like a dream.
Yeah, one. That is an easy would you rather.
Yeah. Also, wearing any kind of clothes... Does that mean we're expected to go to work naked? Like,
what? You can wear any? I don't know. Wait,
hell yeah!
I have one for you. Here's one that'll make you think. I know everyone's got the same answer though. Would you rather have penis-sized nipples or a nipple-sized penis?
I don't like this game.
You know which one you want?
I don't know actually.
Think about it.
Fuck.
Do you want a nipple-sized penis?
No, not really.
So you want,
but I don't want penises on my nipples.
Which would you rather have? Penis-sized nipples.
I'll just have penis-sized nipples and never take my shirt off ever again.
Everyone says penis-sized nipples because who wants nipple-sized penis?
Yeah, exactly.
Goddamn.
But fuck, that's a hard. I don't like that one.
It's an awful one, but it's so funny. Okay, it's almost 3 years since Alessandra left Cliff Central. Will the truth be known today, or is it exclusive to Barbosa Confidential? The life and times of Alessandra be the authorized biography?
Man, I can't write a biography. I don't have anything interesting to say.
I missed the name. Pointing check chatters.
There's nothing really scandalous about it. I just
tell us
left.
This exclusive interview.
Like there was like a very mutual parting. Like
you heard it here first.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, hey, we're doing the show every week and we're kind of not getting paid for it. Can we get paid? And they were like, no. And we were like, okay, bye.
I'm done.
Yeah, that was like literally it. So
you say mutual parting, they probably like gave you the bird, like fuck you.
They didn't replace this with another gaming thing, so
whatever. Okay, second last question.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, chat check poi. Do you prefer
poi
to
like
use,
koi?
Do you prefer to use pens or pencils and
pens any day?
Pens, yeah, I like pens.
Pencils suck. They break. You have to sharpen them. Clutch pencils fucking suck.
Geez, like you really have a hate for pencils.
Suck. They suck. Pens are bae.
So nipple-sized penises.
Oh my god, pen-sized penis or a
Would you
nipple-sized
rather
pen?
have
A nipple-sized pen. Hell yeah.
nipple-sized pen is so little? Your last question.
Nipple-sized pen is definitely
Oh my
the title.
Okay, last question. How do checkers, pointers, chatters, damn, these are elaborate names. Is Days Gone the critically panned game of the year while the majority of the public love it?
Sure, I don't know if the majority love it. Like,
Surprisingly, there are people who enjoy it though. Like,
oh, definitely, yeah.
Like Umar's been, no, was it him?
Yeah, it was him. Yeah, he was loving it. Yeah,
There was someone else I saw recently who's like, damn, I'm really loving this game.
I mean, there's definitely, but I think whenever this kind of thing happens where something's being critically panned, people feel the need to like express that they're having a great time with the game, which is fine.
Yeah.
In the same way where a game is, like a critical darling like Breath of the Wild, how many people did you see going, oh, this isn't as good as people make it out to be? So it's the complete it's the contrarian thing. And I'm not saying people like Umar especially are being contrarian for the sake of it. I genuinely think he probably loves the game, but like, I don't think the majority do. I don't remember it ever hitting like big sales targets. Like Horizon hit like crazy sales targets and Spider-Man as well. And Sony was out there going, hey, check, we sold this many in this many days. I haven't heard anything about that for Days Gone.
I have a feeling it must have like 1 or 2 million, but I don't know.
Probably, yeah. Especially because it came out at a time when, there wasn't really anything else going for it.
Is that game ever getting DLC? Just a matter of
it got some DLC recently, like some free stuff, like a hard mode and a challenge mode or whatever. But I don't know about story DLC.
Story DLC, okay.
I'm
Did you
not
ever
keen
look
on
up
doing
the
that.
secret ending?
Apparently, it teases a sequel.
A teaser, yeah, I had no idea it existed. So Umar finished the game and he mentioned, I was like, that's an interesting setup.
Yeah, I just thought the game was way too fucking long. The game was way too long for the content that was there, and it could have been a much better game if it was just a tighter, like 20 hours, a bit more focused.
I do think there will be a Days Gone 2.
I definitely think so, yes.
And I mean, I really do think I'll give the studio the benefit of the doubt and be like, cool, take the feedback into account and make a better sequel.
It's entirely possible. If you look at Ubisoft, all of their big first open world games also struggled, like Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and whatever, and they really nailed it with the sequels. So entirely possible. And I'd love to see Studio Ben do something really interesting with Days Gone. So
that's all the questions. Thank you for all the questions.
I like that the subject's called Check's Gone. I think that's pretty fun.
Is that check as in CHEQ?
Fuck off! No! I'm so tired.
Rebranding to check CHEQUE point chat. Check point chat. Or we could be Czech as in CZE.
Czech Republic chat.
Czech Republic
we big in a new nation.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for listening to Checkpoint Chat. As always, you can reach us on our socials at Checkpoint Chat on Twitter, facebook.com/Checkpoint Chat, and checkpointchatpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for everyone who sent in questions, especially Migs on email, making use of all his platforms. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Milesh and MJ.
We love you.
We love you long time. All the time.
Those are not playing. Damn it.
No, get out. No. Oh, fuck.
Let's end the episode quickly.
Goodbye.